And of course, the big news is that Release 40 is going to be going live next week, and our Dev Plus folks are already helping us out on the QA server. And the big news with that one is we are finally upgrading to the latest version of Unity, which has been a lot of work. Esteban can attest to that.
Yes.
We basically had to touch literally every single asset in the game in some way, shape, or fashion. But it has been well worth it. And for those of you, the big news is that those of you who are playing on AMD chipsets, we believe, cross your fingers, knock on wood, I'm sure that was way louder than I meant it to be. But we think that it will fix the crashes and instability that those of you who are playing on AMD have been experiencing. Or literally, in some cases, it doesn't even work. But we think that is solved. And so next week, with Release 40 going live on Thursday, that should all be fixed. And along with that will come our Q2 schedule update on the same day. So Thursday, not only will you be getting Release 40, you'll be getting a Q2 schedule update. And so we'll be finalizing all that information next week and sending that out to you guys. And any other announcements I think I need to...
Well, just a big week.
Another big thing too is we're going to be doing another free trial, and we actually added it to our schedule, our upcoming schedule. We actually added a bunch of events to our upcoming schedule, including SodaCon, SynCon, DragonCon, the Ultima Online 20th anniversary party. We're going to be at all those events.
And SodaCon and SynCon. SodaCon, especially for everybody, is, I'm talking off camera here, guys, but it is going to be here in Austin.
Yeah, so SodaCon is going to be here in Austin. The Ultima Online 20th anniversary, which they already sold out, but there's now a wait list. That's going to be in DC, and that's in September. And stay tuned, there might be another event this summer that we might be attending as well. But we're also going to be doing DragonCon too. Stay tuned for details for that. And but yeah, another free trial. That's going to be the 6th, starting on the 6th through the 10th. I think that's, yeah, the 6th through the 10th. So if you have some friends who've been waiting to try out the game, and we've got another rev of the new user experience with a task list on screen, a better implementation of the, hey, I've got a quest for you. It's not the infamous blue glow. We fixed that. So those of you who endured that fabulously immersion-breaking travesty, it is now gone. And so that's but there's and we're gating new features and slowly rolling out stuff to players. So I think the new user experience is going to be much better for this free trial than it was last time, and we're still going to be doing this every release now, testing out new user experience improvements, etc. So I now talked way too long. I'm going to hand it back to these guys. Have a good time. See you guys next week in Release 40. Bye-bye.
All right, get out of here. Thanks, Stark.
You're welcome.
All right, so we've got some stuff to show you, but I've got some news of my own.
Oh.
And Esteban and I went over this list, all the prizes we'd like to give away on these streams, and we went over this for quite a while. And we have 3 things I just wanted to mention right away that we're going to be giving away throughout the hour. If I do a community live stream that never gives away prizes, you have permission to yell at me, because that's just a shame. So what we got today is Remote Bank Access Device 2017. Well, Star said the mask. I was hoping he would mention actually how to pronounce it. It's a Lepus or Lepus?
Lepus?
We're pretty sure
I'll go
it's
with
Lepus.
Lepus.
Yeah. There's been a couple of different versions going around here. In any case, it's very awesome. You can check it out in the add-on store right now. It's at the top on sale. And a pet of, and here's the thing, I am so nice. I'm so nice to the community. Sometimes they yell at me, but I am so nice to be able to offer this. We were going to select one pet. I was going to actually pick the pet and to say, hey, this is something you can win on the community live stream. But then, there's so many pets that we have now available. I thought, well, let's just give them a choice. And this is not a choice of just like 2 pets or 3. Go to the add-on store, you check the pet tab, and you'll see at least 15, 16 there. It is those in the add-on store that I'm talking about that will give you a choice to win. So if you win a pet, you get to choose one of those. Anything that anybody I know there's cats
Great
and
deal.
dogs, and even more exciting thing because everybody has a cat and dog. Who wants that anymore? There's all sorts of dragon pets. Holy cow! And it doesn't really get any better than that. So there's that.
One of my favorites is the rabbit.
And the rabbit, that's right. And then like a ghost version, not of the rabbit. There's a cat ghost, dog ghost, and there's some other ghosts. And the monkeys. Don't forget the monkeys. Those are always fun. So we're gonna give you a choice in that. And if anybody wins something, please message me, Barrick. If you're on Twitch, we'll give away. It's both Twitch and on Discord. Discord is our main channel for the community, especially when there isn't any live streams. But just go and make sure you message either myself on Discord, Barrick, B-E-R-E-K, or Twitch at Shroud of the Avatar, because we're in there under that name right now, and just state, hey, I won something, and this is my account name, so that we can award you that something. All right, so some other news really quick here, and then we're going to get this Unity spinning here, maybe quite literally. Last week's again live stream, we had that boss fight. Were you part of it?
Yeah, I was part of the boss fight.
Yeah, you were like winning all over the place. You had like 50 kills, and everybody else had like 5 or 6. Actually, I don't know what it was. It was really fun.
It was pretty intense. It was. Yeah,
we
it
were
was fun.
fighting. What'd you fight?
So I spawned a clockwork monkey, spawned a troll, spawned a
Some new stuff too. Well, the clockwork.
like your standard dragon.
Yeah.
Some of these golems.
The golems, and then the
Dream
mushroom
focus.
too.
The
big
mushrooms. Yeah, the
that was
mushrooms
fun.
are.
Yeah, and the mushroom has
Yeah.
this ability to distract you. So it just like sent out this AoE.
Yeah, and I was playing as an archer, so it's just like.
There you go. Long
Yeah.
distance, smart, very smart.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would work against the metal clockwork dragon, but maybe a little bit. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. That's on YouTube again, as I mentioned before. Star came in, so that it takes a little while to get those on sometimes. Uploading shenanigans. Community Spotlight, Owl Sky City, very cool town. I liked it. I like walking around. Every week we walk around and check out new towns to spotlight. If you have a new town, and I really want, I said this before, I really want to get a guild or a group. I know somebody listening right now is part of a guild, or maybe leading a guild or a group. It can be anything in the game. Message me and we'll spotlight you. I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah,
It's like get the word out
definitely.
about what you're doing in the game. And let's see what else. Wednesday, World Water Day. Make a Difference store. We had a couple of water items there. They're all 50% off right now, I think. Permanent, just because it's a charity thing. And here's the big thing, at least for me, because I decided to bring up the idea of, a few weeks ago, we needed a revamp of the newsletter. We needed a new design. We needed now this is not the weekly update. The weekly update, by the way, is out now, so you can go to the front page of the website and see it as normal. It has all the juicy bits about what we're going to be showing you about Cost Ruins here. You put some screenshots and some descriptions up of the scene here, and a whole bunch of other stuff. That usually is mirrored in the email that we sent you guys, which we also just sent you. So you should be getting that now if you check your inboxes. But don't do that right now because we're on the live stream, and I have more to show you. So don't leave yet. Check it after, or unless you can check it while you're watching this and multitask. We redid it. We redesigned it. We trimmed it down so that we give you a hopefully shorter, quick glance of everything that's also available in the weekly update, but just a very brief, hey, this is what's going on, one paragraph for this. You can scroll down, you can look, and you go, hey, that's interesting, click on the image or click on the read more link. That gives you the direction to the weekly update on the front page of the website with all the juicy information about that bit. Right. So it's just a quick glance overview. If you guys like it, let me know. If you hate it, let me know. If you have ideas for fleshing it out, changing it a little bit, we're going to make tweaks on it in the next few weeks, and we need your input. We find these emails very important to send you because we want to be as open and transparent as possible on the development of the game, what we're putting into the game, what's coming up, the direction, everything. And we have a lot of content in these weekly updates in general.
We do.
There's a lot of stuff, and the last thing we want to do is fatigue you and make you read through everything to get to the stuff that you really want to get to. And so hopefully these emails help. So that's enough of that. Again, let me know what you guys think of that email, and for the most part, if you got it. If you didn't get it, then maybe you're not subscribed to the emails. So we're testing that whole system right now. Let's see, we told about the giveaways. How about we give away something, then we'll show the scene here, because we got a whole bunch of stuff. Which one?
I'm gonna go with the pets on this.
The pets, the
Yeah.
choice. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, so you can you message me if you win. The choice of your pet, your account name, either Barrick in Discord, or Shadow the Avatar in Twitch. And to win a pet, type !PET pet. Make it simple.
Yeah.
And while you are typing that in, we are going to have Esteban here drive us through Kos ruins here. It looks like there's some ruins right up ahead here, huh?
Yeah. Let's get into it. So yes. So right now we're looking. We're standing at one of the map entrances, looking towards the east. And so Kos Ruins is set up against this very large mountain range, and it's also the Tears River flows along that mountain range. So that's what we're looking at right now. This is the Tears River.
Whoa.
And so right there we're seeing some of our new traps. So those are breakaways.
You know, if you were to properly demo this, not that I'm telling you how to do your job here, but you would have waited to actually fall in the river.
Yeah,
for
honestly,
effect.
I kind of forgot that they were there. But we'll be seeing plenty more of that
Okay,
though. So you know, that's one of the new exciting things that I'm getting a chance to do now is you know, I'm going beyond the environmental stuff that's required to build the scene, but we're also doing a lot of trap setup nowadays because we've been getting a lot of new tech, like stuff like pressure plates, you know, breakaways, stuff like that. So here, for example, you can see that our portcullis gate is closed. So we're going to go ahead and open this. So flip the switch.
Going once, going twice on pets, guys. !PT if you want to win a pet of your choice. There may be some limitations to that. Limitations disclaimer.
I just had to go with the pets one because I myself am a pet owner. So
Well, which pet in real life? What do you...
I have
What do you
like a husky dog.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
You should bring it to work sometime. We could show it off on the live stream.
So yeah, so we're making our way into the ruins proper, and so for Kos, like these ruins were built around the idea that there's a fort, and so the fort is a paladin fort that's located at the very top of the mountain. There you can see the fort, and you know, as time went on, the fort grew into a settlement, and so that's why you have these buildings down here that are now in a ruined state. But the purpose of this location was the Paladin Fort that we see there. So we're gonna make our way up the mountain into the actual fort. You know, when we had the kickoff meeting for this map, we talked a lot about playing with verticality, and that's what we really try to do. Yeah, because I mean, we do have a lot of maps where we do have different levels of elevation, but we really wanted to push this one and have the player traverse and you know, we'll go through this right now, but you know, literally have them you know, go up these like hundreds of stairs up the mountain side, you know, just make your way up this.
You know, I have a bad leg. I don't think I could do this.
It is quite a trek. It is not an easy one.
Can't you I guess there's no geothermal vents in this scene or anything like that to get you know, like some of this. Well, we tested with a couple of scenes, some new tech to make you jump up through air, I guess it's air pressure of the
You
of the
do,
vents.
yeah. I actually did some of that in my previous map, Rune Ruins. Yeah,
Rune Ruins. Trying to think what other scenes we put it in there.
Blood Bay. There was some
Yeah,
Blood Bay.
yeah.
You know, even if as you're walking down below, you gotta be careful because you step and there's you know, there's projectiles that are coming from the fort itself up there. So yeah, just be careful where you step because the danger's also down here. So we're gonna start making our way up the fort or to the fort, and there's plenty of traps. And so when we were setting up these traps, we thought not only about inflicting damage towards the attackers, but also, you know, these traps could be used in a defensive way. So for example, you know, a person could stand here, peek through the rocks, see that somebody's coming, you know, and then as the attacker is approaching, they could step on the pressure plate, you know, get him with the barred door. This is spike door. So, you know.
All right, we got the pet winner in. Pet winner is P-Bo. I think I'm pronouncing this name right. Piobo Soda. Does that look right to you?
I believe so.
He is on Twitch. Congrats to Piobo Soda for winning that pet. The choice is yours.
Yeah, congrats.
So go ahead and since you're on Twitch, message Charlie the Avatar. Take a look through the pet tab of the add-on store on the main website, charlietheavatar.com, and look around for whichever pet you want on there. Just let us know what the name is and what your account name is.
So right now we've got to cut our way through these webs. And that's, one thing about Richard is that he really likes his web stick.
It's just you have to keep clicking and
Yeah,
clicking.
slash. Whoops, this one.
Somebody is asking, where are the spiders?
That's a great question. So this map hasn't undergone spawning yet, so we'll see spiders coming in probably the next week or so. Maybe a bit more than that. What's
They're
also
hibernating.
exciting, what's exciting about that is that for the first time, a lot of the world builders here are going to get to do our own spawning for our own maps. So I'm definitely excited about that.
So you get to place what you want where you want. That's not a normal process.
No, so usually we would take care of like the environmental aspects of a map, but now we'll be given the chance to put in the bad guys too. So looking forward to that.
Esteban is in the forums, Sorcerer Steve, his article about this very first again. Yeah, you didn't wait for it.
well, there's
I want
more.
him to fall.
There's more. Well, we will fall.
Check his articles out, Sorcerer Steve, in the forums, and what he's talking about with being able to place spiders and things in this scene. I'm sure he would love feedback on what he's written.
So right now we're coming up on one of the first vantage points. So when we were building this map, we thought about having these areas where the defenders could just rain damage on the attackers. So for example here, defenders that are up on the fort can look down below, see if a group of people is coming, hit the pressure plate, and rain fire on them below.
That poor tree is all I'm thinking about right now.
So yeah, so you got to watch out for that as you're making your way up these stairs, and that's just an instance of this, but there's plenty of that in the map. So let's keep on making our way up. Now you do have areas where after so many years the stairs have started to deteriorate, so you're forced to come hug the wall. But at the same time, got to be careful because this is another vantage point, another place for the defenders to inflict damage. Once again, stand up here, hit the pressure plate, and you'll see some spikes draw out of the wall. So you can see some spikes coming up there.
Oh, yeah, they see. That would be unfortunate.
Yeah, could nearly push you down the side of the mountain. And now, we have other areas. Okay, so I'm gonna fall on this one.
If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask. Twitch or Discord, just ask your question. You can @Barrick in Discord or @CharlieAvatar on Twitch. We may get to it a little bit faster if the chat continues to scroll. If you have something for us here.
Right. So I just ran through those breakables, and I fell down. I did realize that some of these, this is one of the great reasons to play over your maps, because you realize things that. I just realized that one of those wooden pieces doesn't have collision, so I'll be fixing that later.
Well, it's okay. It's. Oh, we actually have. By the way, we did get a couple of questions from the comment section of the announcement for this live stream on the front page of the website. So let's actually. I don't know if you're in a good spot, but let's get to that before we.
Sure.
I want to make sure I answer the question. You took a look at that earlier, right?
Yeah, I took a look at that question earlier.
Do you remember what it was offhand? Then we don't have to.
Yes, I do.
Remember. I'll look it up on my trusty.
So yeah.
I want to get who asked the question as well. So go ahead and just drive around. I'll find it in a second here.
Okay.
Oh, I'll stop that. Nobody wants to hear me sing. Okay, here it is. We got one question. Thank you, the one person. It is from. Does this look right to you?
Yes, that.
No, that's not right.
Um.
Hold on a second. The website is literally so fast. I'm clicking too
Yeah,
fast.
it is from there.
Here we go.
Yeah,
What? Right there?
It was right
Oh,
there.
yep, there we go. All right, thank you. Okay. Okay, there we go. So we've got a question. Talon Zork asks, you're designing a PvP zone. I like to use PvP zones a lot. Cost looks fantastic. Fantastic. I added an S in there just for fun. Let's see. Will there be an incentive for a player to do PvE inside the PvP zone? I was using PvP zones to farm some mobs a few days ago, but did not see any increase in loot or experience due to the dangers, etc., etc. Things killing me. That's very sad. Sorry about that. And I was thinking about some other game type incentives to be inside the So he's basically asking, you know, okay, PvP zone, all PvP, we get that. But you know, would it be nice if there's a mix of PvE? So I don't know if you have any like thoughts on that.
Yeah. So that question is more directed
kind of
towards us, like a system designer. And but I did ask B about it. Brandon Cotton, who's the system designer on the team. I asked him about it, and he said that you know, as time goes on, we're going to try to have you know, specific enemies and specific resources in these PvP areas that would you know, allure players here and give that incentive.
Awesome. Cool.
But that's something that's going to come with time.
So the short answer is yes, in some ways, sometime in the future. So we did get your question. Thank you for that. If anybody has any others, just throw it in the chat.
And so cool thing I want to show off here is that another nice aspect about this boarded walkway is that you can also use it as a trap. So, for example, a player can come here, and if, once again, let's pretend you're being pursued, or there's a group of people coming at you. You don't want them to get to the fort. You can crank this switch. First, you want to wait for them to get on the bridge. Crank the switch. Boom. Oof. And they fall to their death. So,
that's a one-time use. I would hate to have to be the guy to set those boards up again.
This is another one right here. So, you know, just as we're making our way to the final gated entrance, we realize that it's blocked up. It's breakable. It's a breakable gate, but, you know, you gotta break it. But to make that even harder for the attackers, you know, defender could stand here, again, hit the pressure plate, and engulf the attackers in flames.
Yeah, you're not getting onto that one.
Oh, no, you're not. So we're making this place, you know, something that people can, you know, defend strategically, but also, you know, it's not a straightforward way for the attacker to just, you know, walk in here.
Yeah. And it seems like as you would expect from going higher in a fortress, the higher you go, the more defensive capabilities you have on anything that's trying to come up.
Yes, that's correct. So now we're making our way into the fort proper. But I will note something about this map is that you know, each one of these ruins will have a hidden vault inside of them. And I just finished working on these vaults, or aka crypts, I guess you could say, 2 weeks ago. So I designed all the vaults for all these ruins, and there's going to be one hidden in each of the ruined cities. Ooh. So somewhere inside this map, there will be a hidden vault.
With lots and lots of gold. Right?
The resources and such. But yes. There's another good one.
Oh, sound is a cue. Oops, that was
spiked.
0. What is this?
Well, we're in God mode right now, but ideally we'd be dead.
Yeah, that would hurt. But I noticed kind of a spoiler there. I heard sounds before, creaking. So, you know, if you're walking around here and you're just exploring as a new player, use your, you know, it's really cool that you've got the audio cues there too for it.
Right. Yeah. So this is just the lower grounds of the fort, you know, which has been abandoned for quite some time now. But we do see these statues, and these statues are actually pretty new in game, never used before. These are some assets that Hutch, our lead artist, integrated into the project just a week ago.
Yeah, not too long ago. There's this one, and there's at least a half a dozen, I think.
Yeah, so getting new assets in here into these new maps as well.
There's some new statues that we put in the. I think that one, or a version of that one, and some others that I've seen players getting or acquiring store or otherwise somewhere, and put them into their houses.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of statues, honestly, recently.
Yeah, they look really cool. I'm walking around like Owl's Head or wherever, and once in a while I'll see a house with like a statue outside, or if they have an open house, you walk in and see a statue. It really adds to the house. It's cool.
Yeah, and I won't wander around this place too much because there will be some Easter eggs here, so I'll leave that up to you guys.
Speaking of Easter.
Oh, Easter.
Yeah, that's like I think that's coming up next weekend. No, what am I saying? That other thing that I was talking to you about for next weekend, next Friday's live stream, that we don't want to actually tell anybody about.
Right.
So stay tuned for that. Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
So we just made our way up these hundreds of flight of stairs, through traps, but there is another way to get up here, and that's by use of this elevator. There's a catch. So the catch here is that in order to power the elevator, which starts out in the up position, so there's no way to, if you're down here, your buddy has to essentially make their way through these stairs first, get up here, crank the switch so the rest of the group that's potentially down here can make their way up. So there's no way for, the elevator's not down here. But the catch here is that there's a key to power that elevator, or to open the gate into that elevator, and that key is hidden somewhere in this map.
The whole map somewhere?
Somewhere in this map. But that's just another way to get into this place.
Officially, I have no idea where.
Right? Just one key. It's like.
Should do like a first person to find the key thing. I wish we could do something like
that. Oh, that'd be actually really cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
First person who gets a key gets their name engraved on it or something. This is not real ideas, folks. This is just me rambling.
That would actually be pretty cool. But yeah, so just another way to get access to the fort, and without having to go through all these traps and dangers. And this will be a PvP space, so there will be a lot more dangers once players actually get in here and start roaming around.
This is the front area. This is the entrance, I suppose, walking in, ground level.
Right. Yes. And there's plenty more traps down here too as well, like some more fire traps here.
And we mentioned it already, but all of this coming in R40, right?
No, this is not an R40 map. This will potentially be either an R41 or an R42 map. That's what Star said so far. Okay. I guess it just depends on our workload and see how fast we can finish spawning it.
So check the facts on that. It's in the weekly updates. We got some things coming in R40, which is next Thursday, and also like this week's update, and certainly next week's update. We have some coming soon stuff. R41, R42.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm excited about this one because this will be the first map that I get to spawn. So. Like I said, usually we just, I would take care of the environmental aspects, and this will be fun. I'll get to place bad guys.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. All the spiders and everything. How about we give away something else here? I don't know how much more you have to show. We have the bank access device. Now this is it's remote bank access device. This is super, super important if you go to the bank frequently and you're like tired from, the walk from the bank to home is I bought a house that was really out in the suburbs. Or in the countryside, and the bank is just too far to walk all the time, and I just get tired going to the bank, and I really would like it closer. Well, guess what? These are remote bank access devices you can place in your home, make it a little bit easier for you to see what's going on in your bank, and then we also have the 2017
Lepus mask.
That stands for something. It's a Easter theme. So Lepus, giant rabbit. The night of the. I think they pronounce it Lepus in there, but anyway, the community will correct us on that at some point, I'm sure. Night of the Lepus or Lepus is an old movie of giant rabbits attacking this town.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like 70s or 60s or something like that. So anyway, which one?
I'm gonna go with the Lepus.
Okay, so the 2017 Lepus mask. Let's do. Let's not do exclamation Lepus. Let's do exclamation mask.
Yeah, sounds good.
I think real hard about that when it's very obvious what we should be doing. Exclamation mask if you want to win a new mask in the game. If you want to see what it's like, what it looks like, go to the add-on store on the front page of the website, and the top 3 items of the store that they say on sale right now. One of those is the mask.
I will have to point out here. This is some of the work of our recent VFX artist, Damon Waldrip, and I really like the fires that he did. So this is some of the new stuff that our new VFX.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
I think we've mentioned that a few times. We mentioned it at the telethon. I know we mentioned it at the last live stream, but yeah, our new VFX guy has done amazing work on some of the effects, like this fire. It's just beautiful.
I get to utilize these, and I'm like, oh, like this looks cool. Like, it's definitely an improvement over what we had.
Is that always on?
No, it's on because I left the player on the pressure plate.
Oh, okay.
So, but
I was just wondering when the gas is gonna run out.
Right. That's a great. Right. Okay. Boom.
There we go. Whew. Gotta leave some for the community.
Right. Yeah, and so now we're like in the outskirts of the ruins, right? So at this point, you can see signs that there was once a battle here. Craters on the ground, catapults, destroyed catapults. It's been so long, but you can still see remnants of those things. And actually over here, a couple of feet away, there's a bridge, a ruined bridge, and underneath that bridge, there will be a troll. And I kind of started experimenting with that a few days ago. And just
whoa, trolling his son, I suppose.
So this is not set up at all, but you could start seeing the foundation for setting up a troll encounter, and cooking up the nav mesh, and potentially having a path for the troll to attack players that come nearby.
Maybe they're friendly trolls. They look calm and collected. All right, we've got going once, going twice on exclamation mask to win that mask. I'll spin the dial here in a second. So what's around the backside of the whole island?
So this is not an island
area, I suppose. Yeah. The peninsula. Or...
So there is no backside. It's the map extends as far as to the summit of the fort. So the map boundary is.
So it's way. What you're saying is way too dangerous to even consider anything over there right now. Too dangerous for travelers, and so it's totally out of bounds of anybody.
Exactly. The terrain is just terrain is just unnavigable.
All right, we've got our winner for the mask goes to Blood Omen, who I think has won something before. Blood Omen, Oh, you corrected yourself there. That's good because you had one wrong there. How to pronounce it. Congrats to Blood Omen for winning the mask. We've got one more prize to give away, a remote bank access device, and we will do that at the end of the live stream.
Somebody just called out the Naked Lady and the dreaded Sugar Cube monster. So those are things that.
That's not a question.
Those are things that I usually bring in for scale purposes. Usually when I'm roughing out environments, I kind of want to see, okay, so would this area be big enough for combat? And that square is actually 1 meter by 1 meter. So that gives me an idea of, what area I have to work with. That's why those are there.
Yeah, Blood Omen, it caught it anyway, so there you go.
Yeah, congrats to Blood Omen.
Is it safe to swim?
Of course it is, yeah. So I will have to say that I think.
Well, he says he didn't want to win it.
He says
are you
so.
serious
Okay.
about that? Because we'll give it to somebody else. In fact, we'll give it to somebody else anyway. If you don't message me, Blood Omen, if you really don't want it, that's totally fine. We'll give another remote bank access. No wait, that was mask. Excuse me. Let me spin the dial here for somebody else to win the mask.
Oh.
Come on. I gotta get a new program for this thing. Aldren. Aldraren. Mask number 2 winner. So where are we journeying to now?
So I'm just running through the outskirts of what are the ruins. You do have like these abandoned towers. You get some pretty scenic views from these. That's one of the things I try to have. I'm a sucker for scenic, so all of my maps have some. I try to have these iconic views that players can.
Well, with this map, this is an amazing map for that, because you have that vertical aspect to it.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks really, of course, this is, I'm trying to when we're on the community live stream, try to have a little bit of fun and try to take this from a community's perspective, because we, play other games, we play our game as well,
Right.
and we like to, look at it from, hey, how do you community see this map right now, and not just talk all dev speak. So I try to get into that mode too, and I slip into like, this is just so amazing. And somebody's probably rolling their eyes. Well, yeah, you're a developer. Of course, you're going to say that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, because like sometimes like I look at these maps for so long that it's you kind of lose a little bit of the amazing. It's just like
Yeah.
So you got to hear it from the outside, and yeah. But one of the inspirations for these mountains was like the Grand Tetons portion of the Rocky Mountains. So that's where I obtained a lot of inspiration for this. That's why you have a lot of pine, a lot of aspen, and speaking of that, Travis Koleski, who's another world builder on the team, he's actually from Wyoming, and he talked to me about growing up close to the Grand Tetons.
Oh, nice.
So
amazing.
that's a little bit of where this type of aesthetic comes from. Yeah, I think these are some of my favorite mountains that I've done so far.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
There's plenty of great
community,
mountains.
let Sorcerer Steve here know what you think of this map. Let him know that you're excited to check it out when it goes live in R41 or R42 somewhere in a couple of releases from now. But he's talking about it in the forums.
Talking about it now, and I'll probably be talking about it once I start doing spawning for it as well,
Yeah, very
which
cool.
will be exciting.
Do you have anything else to show, or otherwise we'll give away that last prize?
I think we did a good run through it.
Okay, perfect. All right, we have a remote bank access device, as it is suggesting in the title. It is a remote device to access your bank. See how I spun the words there differently? I used all of them too. It's pretty impressive. I'm impressing myself here. If you want to win one of those, type either in Discord or Twitch, !bank. Let me do another spin around or something while we're letting the !bank scroll through. !bank to win access device, and you need a home to place this, but don't worry if you don't have a home. One of the cool things that we're doing every month is we have this raffle of lots. So if you want to get in on the raffle, we'll have more details about that starting next week. There's also check the news section, the announcements I should say section in the forums, or the news section on the front page of the website. You have to page back a little bit for our monthly updates of the raffle, where we give to those who get tickets in the game. They're just regular, digital tickets in the game. You don't have to pay real money or anything like that for it. It's just get it in the game, and you'll have that raffle ticket as a chance to get a lot, which then you can find a place in a player-owned town or somewhere. There's two types: player-owned towns and place anywheres. So there's one raffle ticket per raffle. So one player-owned town raffle ticket if you want to get a chance to win a lot. in a player in town, or a raffle ticket for anyone, anywhere that's available for a lot anyway. And so we'll have more information on the next raffle coming up for R40, but right now R39 is going on, so there's details in the forums and on the website for that raffle. And that the winners are announced either the day before or the day of the next release. So next week, on Thursday, we have Release 40 going live, and we'll have R39's raffle winners announced at that point.
Right.
All right, so we've got Slash Bank going once, going twice to see who wins that remote bank access device. Don't worry about the weight of it. There's security boxes for home if you want to get a serious one. They're usually very heavy, but this one is made of a special material that makes it super easy and light to transport. So very, very easy to install into your home. And let me fire up the spinner again. Congrats to Jerry Fairy Dust. Jerry, J-E-R-Y, Fairy Dust, for winning that bank access device. Put it to good use and message Barrick, since you happen to be on Discord, it looks like. Message Barrick, that's myself, in Discord. Let me know what you won, just as a refresher, and so I don't forget that, and what your username is, your account name for the game, so we can award you it. And all the prizes, we'd love to award them today, but we never get around to be able to do that. There's some processes to go through on that, so we'll get to that probably Monday or Tuesday next week. Sorry you won't be able to get it this weekend. These live streams run late on Fridays.
Just about to show that it's very easy for a player to be down here and then all of a sudden look up and
see the action. It's like, well, I don't know, I want to go up there.
The whole cliffside go up in flames.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks, Sorcerer Steve, for showing. This is a really, really cool map. I can't wait to get in there and play it myself.
Yeah,
I could go in. I could go in and check it out right now, but it's not. You don't have the spawns and stuff. So maybe we'll have you on. Yeah, either next weekend or the weekend after, when you have some more stuff to show. If the community's they're interested in seeing the spawn progress that you've made on it. Until then, this is normal weekly community live stream. We will have another one next Friday, a super special one. Some plans are in development on that right now. In the meantime, the weekly update is out. The email should be in your inbox. And enjoy the new design on that. Hopefully you like it. It makes it a little easier to find what you want. And let us know what your favorite topics are in the forums. Let's see. Let's do this kill switch here. They always say it's so fast, so we could do a silence for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or just walk out and just leave it on. Or do you remember? No, we won't do that. Do you remember how to close it?
Yes, I believe I do. Wait.
Yeah, right.